Welcome to the Curly Hair Q&A show. I am your host, Ken Nichols, and I'm here with Melanie Nichols. She is the founder of the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. It's one of the top curly hair salons in the country, and Melanie is one of the top curl and hair color experts anywhere in the world. She is also the founder of the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products that can be found at rawhairorganics.com. So welcome. This is show number 204 if you've been following along. And we've got the whole family here again tonight. I'm here with Melanie, and Murphy's here as well, wandering around somewhere outside. How are you today, Melanie?
I'm good.
Good. Wonderful. We've got a whole bunch of questions and quite a few things to go over today.
Okay.
If you are new to the show, and maybe this is one of the first times or the first time you've either listened to it or watched it, we are a I got to change that. We are a 2021 award-winning podcast. We were, again, somebody asked last week, on the show, or we talked about it, that I think you even mentioned it, and in 2020, the people that rated podcasts in 2019 didn't. And I couldn't find it. And I said, well, I guess we didn't win anything, right? And then within hours, two people sent me a message and said, no, you guys actually did win another award in 2021.
Surprise.
On January 1st, it was awarded. On January 1st, we were awarded, there were 15 hair industry podcasts that were awarded as podcasts that you must listen to and subscribe to in 2021. And we were number 2 again. That's the second time in a row. Number 2. Which frankly, I got to admit, and I saw some people comment about it, and I sometimes, just because of what we do and because all this kind of stuff is like our everyday things, sometimes I do really have to take like a little step back and really think about it. And if you think about it, of all the podcasts in the world, and in the hair industry, we get ranked number 2 twice. And it doesn't seem that long ago that we started this, and it wasn't great for a long time. It wasn't. And
Great now.
Right. Stop. It's not. That's the thing.
Room for improvement.
There's always room for improvement at Raw Hair Organics and Raw Curls. But
it's raw, though.
It is very raw.
No pun intended.
It is very raw.
And that's, I think, something that makes it unique is a discussion that we had, because
we talked about this.
That I had this weekend, who is starting up another business. She's had lots of different businesses and experiences in the past, but trying to get a podcast going. So we were discussing that, and she was really interested in what we do and how we do it. And I think something that makes our podcast a little unique is it's not just a topic or a subject or a theme, or and having guests on every week. Just like, we're the professionals and technicians, we're the founders, and we're answering questions directly, and it's us every week, unless we do have a special guest once in a while, but we're the ones giving the information directly to the audience.
Yeah. I think that's it. And that's why I said, I mean, when you and I talked about this the other day, I really did. I kind of sat back for a second when I went to bed, and I thought that I'm like, wow, it's really pretty amazing that we could actually do that. But I do believe that when I thought about it, that you and your client are right, is that it's unique because it's different.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many of them that are stories or reporting news, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, especially when you look at social media, for the most part, there's no major or mid-major brands of not only curly hair products, but hair products in general, where the people that actually make the stuff, like the founders, are there at your disposal.
Right.
I mean, they're there. I mean, we're there. And that's why I kind of laugh. I think a lot of people don't realize it, like in all the Facebook groups. So a lot of times And I've seen people talk about this and other things, and I don't say a word, but what's really interesting is that, like, for example, like if we're in one of these big curly hair Facebook groups, whether it's ours or somebody else's, and somebody makes a comment or something, say in one of our groups, which is, close to 100,000 women in one of our groups alone. If somebody makes a comment about, a product missing or an order wrong, or, will vent something like that. And the fact that I'll go in there and address it, right there. And I think a lot of people don't realize it's me, and I'm there. And then I've seen other people talk and they're like, I can't believe he didn't delete that. And I'm like, I do that on purpose. I leave that stuff out there because I want people to see that when stuff goes really bad, owner rolls in there, handle it, or one of the people that own it, goes in there, handles it, addresses it, and that's it. And like I said, I think that all ties into like this podcast is that, that's probably why is that, we're the only ones that do it. And I know why nobody else really does it is because it's hard and it's time consuming.
Yeah. It's not as easy as it looks.
Took us a long
It's
time.
very involved. And having the right people and the right team and the right equipment. And speaking of, so it's kind of funny so many times how this happens, but one of my clients, Dahlia, my nice millennial, that's how we refer to her. And I stayed late for her on Saturday. She's the one, I've posted pictures of her hair before, massive, thick, long, curly hair. Last time I cut it, we did bangs. We've been going blonde and blonde and blonde on her. She's addicted to the blonde, and so is her husband. But she has been a part of our group and didn't even realize that was my group.
Yeah.
She just said on Saturday, she's like, I just realized that, that was your group and that Ken is your husband. And so, and it was just kind of funny. I'm like, yeah. So,
it is funny.
I also want to welcome and give a shout out to a client, Linda Watkins, who invited her friend, Jan Ferris. And now they're both, I guess, huge followers and supporters of our groups and our products. And so I just wanted to say thank you.
Cool. Yeah. Wonderful. Welcome. So if you are new, or this is maybe one of your first times watching the live stream, you can consume us either as a podcast, like I said, or as a live stream. Our podcast versions are usually released. Our show is done live on Monday night. That's what we're doing right now, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. But the podcast version comes live usually before midnight Eastern time because it has to be loaded and whatever. We have faster internet now, so it goes much faster. But you can listen to our 2019 and 2021 award-winning podcast. That was the other thing I was going to mention about that award that I told you about that I found interesting. It was the second time in a row that we got second place for Hair Industry Podcast. The first place podcast was different. It wasn't the same. So a different one beat us. Anyway.
Darn.
I'm not getting any better, I can tell you that. If I can't master this by now, after however 204 episodes, it ain't getting much better than this. Anyway, if you want to listen to us on podcasts, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, Podcast Addict, and SoundCloud. But I've got some new breaking news.
Wow.
And this is breaking news. For those of you who followed us for quite some time, we did a lot of live streaming in a number of different places online every week. And there was a software glitch and we could not fix it. We couldn't figure it out. And I tell you, we were pulling our hair out. Rhett was pulling his hair out. We could not figure it out. So we bumped it down. Now we don't even do the Instagram through our system anymore. Hey, Instagram, they're on their own feed. But we were only doing our live stream in the Curly Girls support group on Facebook, and then the Curly Hair Q&A show YouTube channel. And then we figured out how to extend it into the Diva Curl user support group on Facebook. But, and that's as far as we could get it. Well, Helen and I spent about an hour and a half today and we sorted out some things, and it sounds pretty good on my end from what I can see. We ran 2 test runs through the whole thing earlier today, and they went well. So now, if you want to watch our live stream, you can watch it on Facebook in the Curly Girls support group, on Facebook in the Curly Hair Q&A show Facebook page, on the Curly Hair Q&A, where pro stylists answer your curly hair questions in that group, in the Diva Curl user support group, in the Raw Curls user support group, in the Curly Silvers support group, the Curly Hair Q&A YouTube channel, the Shea Moisture user support group on Facebook, and the Curly Hair Q&A Facebook page. I think I might have missed one. Are we in the Weed Ad group or not? I can't remember. We might be. There's not many people in that group.
I don't know.
But you can watch our live stream in looks like 10 places now. And it's working.
Good.
And it's working.
I did not pull my hair out. You guys can pull your hair out.
Oh, I can't tell you how frustrating a lot of that was.
Is that why you're receding?
I'm not receding. I move my hair back that way on purpose. We're not going to talk about that this week, but we are going to have. What we've done every year for the last several years is we've done a hair color show for curly hair and hair color.
We haven't done that in a long time.
No.
We haven't done an Ask Me Anything in a long time either.
No, we haven't done an Ask Me Anything. We're going to do an Ask Me Anything next week. In a couple weeks here, we are going to do a hair color show. It's going to be probably the beginning of probably the first week of February. And I was going to say something else about that, and I forgot. But we're probably going to do some more of those shows that we used to do in the past, where you can answer some questions. And what we're going to do in the month of February, and I don't know the week yet, we have a little bit of instability in our schedule right now, so I can't give you a hard date, but we are going to after we do this show live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on a Monday, sometime in February, right after that, we're going to do a 15-20 minute show of Q&A in the Curly Silvers support group, where we're going to talk about gray or silver hair and curly hair and coloring and going through the process of growing it out and all that kind of fun stuff. For those of you who don't know, Melanie is an American board certified master hair colorist and educator, and one of only 19 people to ever be a ABCH exam evaluator and judge. So when it comes to curly hair and hair color, she's the man yeah, you know what I mean. She's the
man.
She's the shizzle McDizzle.
There you go.
Right, on the 1999.
I was going to say, why are we going to talk about hair color in the silver group?
That's why lots of people struggle with it growing out and whatever and all that. So we're going to do that specifically for you ladies in that silver group. So hang out there. I'll let you know when that's going to be. It's going to be sometime in February. So that's it.
That has been the trend. Well, especially since COVID, a lot of people decided just to continue to go with the outgrowth because they already had a huge jump start on it. So, if there was a better time than ever to try to grow out the color and go completely natural, that was it. So I've done more of that in the last year, we'll call it, since we'll be coming up on a year soon, than I have in the 25 years of my entire career.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wow.
That was not too common of a thing. Most people come to the salon to get their hair colored, not, uncolored.
Uncolored.
So.
It makes sense though.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Tonight's show is sponsored by Raw Curls and the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair product, which we use primarily at the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida, on all our curly hair clients. And not really breaking news, but because we're a couple weeks out already, the latest product launch is the Raw Curls Deep Conditioning Mask with biotin, natural and organic ingredients. And I got to tell you, when it comes to hair products, When we do a launch, and we talked about this a bit last week, I won't go into a whole lot of detail, but I really pay attention to the people that buy it because I want to see their feedback. And usually there's always a couple people that have some type of negative feedback, and we use that, we use that. I haven't gotten any on this, and frankly, I didn't expect any. It's probably the first time in a long time that we've had something that literally we've got 100% positive feedback, and it's more than just positive feedback. It's really glowing feedback. So if you're looking for a deep conditioner, or and everybody probably should at some time or another, this is the stuff. And I'll tell you this, and this, again, I always try to preface when I'm not trying to, if I'm going to sell you something, I'm going to tell you I'm trying to sell you. This isn't sales pitchy. This is in minimal batches. I don't have a lot of it, and I just made another,
And
whatever
I'm
I
gonna take
said
some
last
tonight,
week.
so
Are you?
yes,
Maybe not.
yes, I am.
Maybe might have to wait till tomorrow.
No.
See, that's how it goes around here. So if you're interested, I would check it out at rawhairorganics.com. We're also sponsored by RH Organic Skincare. For those of you who don't know, it is a skincare line, natural and organic, that we created here several years ago and then launched it, maybe 3 years ago now? 4? We finally launched it? Has it even been that long?
No.
Can't remember.
Let's see.
Maybe 2018? 2017?
2 to 3 years ago.
Yeah, probably close to 3 years ago. We launched it. We had created it before that and just kind of sat on it and never did anything. And we launched it, and it's been doing very, very well. As you can see, if you're watching on the live stream, we're winning awards from see Instagram.
We'll see. Yeah, 2019.
Yeah, 2019 from Organic Spa Magazine. And I told Melanie this, and I won't tell you what, but I did get an email on Friday from a internationally known beauty magazine that asked to do a write-up and review on our RH Organics anti-aging products because they had heard so much about them. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Yay.
I know.
Are they going to? How's that going to work? Are they going to send questions? They're going to talk to me.
I don't know. They're gonna take them and take pictures and all that good old stuff. Cool. So anyway,
it is good stuff. That's why we look so young.
Honest to God.
If anyone didn't see, I posted a side-by-side picture of myself from 2005, and one that was just taken, and it's kind of interesting. It was when I was wearing my hair straight still.
Which I have a question actually about that by somebody who saw that picture later on today when we get to questions.
Okay.
So
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if I look younger, but I think I don't look that much older.
I don't think so. I don't think at all.
Yeah.
I don't think at all.
Different because my hair is long and curly, and I'm definitely not as tan. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to look at it and say, I don't think that I look 15 or 16 years older.
Okay, so here's the way I looked at it, and I had to think about this. So that picture was sent to me by a very good friend. I don't know, was that Saturday night, something like that? Yeah. He sent us that and a couple other pictures, and it's from a wedding in 2005, which I believe was July or August. It had to be. It was hot. July or August.
Remember.
Yeah, it was in the summer. It was July or August.
Okay.
And I can tell by looking at the picture. So that would mean that only for about 8 months, Melanie had been eating healthy. So you can tell in her face that that now she eats healthy all the time. You can tell.
How can you tell?
Because you can tell. You can tell. You go back and look at those pictures. You can tell.
I don't know. I look pale.
No, you look very tan.
Yeah, I look.
Oh, you mean you look pale? You look pale now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that picture was just taken at my mom's over Christmas with no makeup on, really. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that was a fun wedding.
Yeah.
Remember they had his cousins that sang
That's right.
opera, and
internationally known opera singers.
Yeah. And they had a magic show. They had a magician.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Was
And
that
there was 500 people.
Yeah. Yep.
That was a big
That
wedding.
was a big wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the second biggest
Because
wedding
they
I've
had
been
been together for 12 years.
to. Right.
And nobody ever thought it was really going to happen.
Uh-huh.
They finally got married,
Right.
so nobody was going to miss it.
No, a giant
It was fun.
circle of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, that was fun. But yeah, so I wanted to bring up about that. For those of you, I saw when the RH Organic Skincare sale went up this weekend, the 24-hour sale. No, it was a 12-hour sale. When the 12-hour sale went up, I saw lots of people say, I use Raw Curls products. Does anybody use this RH Organic Skincare? Isn't any good? And I saw the comments. And what's funny is I realize because we really don't advertise it or market it, what happens is people use the Raw Curl stuff, and then they realize the difference because of the ingredients, which you talk about all the time, and then they gravitate to the skincare line, figuring, if this does this good on my hair, then the skin must be the same, and that's what happens. That's literally how that brand has been built.
Yeah.
Swear to God, that's literally how it is, because we haven't. We don't have the time or the extra money to spend to market it the way it should be.
Well, yeah. And I mean, I have clients that will say they're, using SkinCeuticals or some kind of vitamin C,
Beauty
serum.
stat.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, why don't you give this a try? Because it's got similar ingredients. It works amazingly well. And it's so a fraction of the cost.
Fraction of the cost.
Fraction.
Yep. That's what happens.
And they love it.
Yeah. So anyway, check it
Yeah.
out. Rawhairorganics.com.
Check it out, use it.
It's there.
Yeah.
We use it every day.
Curly questions.
Curly questions. Oh, one last thing. We're also sponsored by the Raw Curls Academy. I have a gift for you guys. Oh, have I got a gift for you guys? We have a number of 2-day curly and textured hair cutting. We should just call it 2-day curly hair cutting workshops with Raw Curls founder and curl expert Melanie Nichols at the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida on January 24th and 25th. Now, what do I have for you? We need 7 curly.
5.
We need 5 curly hair models. 5. And you have to be there on January 25th. You have to be there at noon, 1 o'clock.
I'm saying approximately from 12 to 4, just plan on 12 to 5 because I'll probably have them come about 1 o'clock, but, I just don't have that set in stone yet. But the afternoon of Monday the 25th.
Yeah. We used to feed people. We don't anymore.
Because of COVID.
Because of COVID. We don't do that. We'll give you a beverage and we'll give you a Raw Curl starter pack. Will we? Is that what we do?
It's on my list of things that I need tonight.
Okay.
You get free products and a free haircut.
Free products and a free haircut by a Melanie Nichols trained stylist. Free.
Yes.
So if you want to get one of those 5 spots, and maybe you want to take a quick vacation down to beautiful Naples, Florida, and it is beautiful this time of year.
Yes, it's perfect.
It can be a little chilly, but at night, but it is is beautiful.
Perfect.
We went for a walk yesterday. Took Murph for a walk yesterday, and remember when we got out onto the street and I commented, I'm like, "There's not a cloud in the sky. It's like perfectly sunny blue sky."
Today was a little
Beautiful.
nicer because it was a little warmer. It was really perfect.
It's going to be 70 all week. So yeah, it's perfect. So if you want to come take a trip down here, now would be the time to get on the list. Talk to Melanie Nichols by emailing her at melanie@rawhairorganics.com. Now I'm also going to preface this. It wouldn't be preface. I'm also going to back this up by telling you this. Several times over the years that we've had these Raw Curls Academy classes and that we've asked for offered, model positions, I've had lots of people afterwards say, well, I thought I was going to be too late and I never thought I'd be picked and whatever. You got to ask. You got to send an email and you got to say, hey, I'm interested. If you don't send me an email, you don't have a chance at all. I'm telling you. Am I wrong, Melanie, by saying more often than not, you'll get picked? Is that fair to say?
Oh, you mean the people that submit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they have, the if your hair's too short, then that's not going to work. That's the only thing really that will. We don't want clients that already come to the salon because they've already got
Yeah,
a haircut by me.
that doesn't help. Yeah.
Yeah, we want people that have kind of
Maybe never had a curly cut
yeah.
before. Yeah.
Well, yeah, or they've never had the raw curls cut. So, or they haven't had their hair cut in a long time,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But just, it has to be more than chin length because it needs to be something that the stylist can work with, and make a little bit of a change. So that's it. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But if we don't fill the spots by next weekend, we'll be going and handpicking people in person, which we've done before.
I've done it before.
Hmm.
Women love it when a strange man walks up to them and offers them hair services for free. They immediately think it's
Except if they're a hairdresser.
immediately they think it's which. Did we ever talk about that? Did I ever tell that story?
I don't know. I think you did, but it's been a long time.
If you've ever been in Naples, in beautiful Naples, there's an area, a very upscale shopping area called Mercato, right? And I happen to be, I don't even know, I know what I was doing in there because that's where the Whole Foods is. The Whole Foods is in
No,
Mercato.
we were together. We were walking around recruiting people.
Oh, that time. I thought I was talking about the time when I was in there at Whole Foods and I saw the two chicks in black walking up, and the one I could tell had curly hair and needed a cut, and I didn't put two and two together that they were walking to Whole Foods from the Aveda salon. They were both dressed in black. Hello, they're hairdressers. and I went up there and I said, "Hey." I won't tell you what I said. I didn't say, I swear, I did not say, "Hey, you need a haircut."
It's like asking if someone's pregnant.
Like I haven't done that before.
And you've done that too. He's a smart one.
I'm smooth with all the chicks,
Yeah.
as you can tell.
Yeah.
You want to get into some questions?
Yes.
So that's
You
that.
better bail yourself out.
I've done it all. So yeah, I'm not shy about walking up to women with curly hair that I think need a haircut. I'm you know, I mean usually the line, "Hey, I got what you need, baby," usually works.
That's not what you say.
I'm gonna try it.
Don't, please.
I got that new little hand video recorder so we can watch me get slapped. Anyway, Melanie, can you help me out? This isn't me talking. This is a question.
Yeah.
Melanie.
No, I can't help you out. You're beyond help.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Melanie, can you help me out? My daughter has naturally curly hair. She's almost 5. You got stood up by a 5-year-old this week, didn't you?
4-year-old.
A 4-year-old.
I was stood up by a 4-year-old. Like, really, what was she doing? Napping?
She no-show you?
She no-showed me. No call,
No
nothing.
call, nothing.
A little curly.
You know what that gets you? On the poop list. Yeah. She's almost 5. Every morning, it's a rat's nest. How can I make it more tamed in the mornings and not so tangly? I also have a hard time finding a safe, good detangler to use. Thanks.
I guess I can't comment what I normally would at the salon about kids, but okay, so yeah, I'm sure the little kid is rolling around like crazy at night. So number one, we teach to put the hair up, try to get it, in a pineapple or a protective style that's going to help, keep the curls from getting all matted and knotted and tangled up. A silk bonnet or satin bonnet or, even a scarf or something that you can wrap around the hair to protect it. The silk or satin or the pillowcase, those are good things to help as well because it's all that rolling around and friction. But if your hair is down, then for sure it's going to be a hot mess. Okay. So try to get it up, try to get it in a braid, something to try to protect those curls while you're asleep or while the little kid is sleeping. And then detangling, of course, number one, I'm going to recommend Raw Curls Anti-Frizz Spray. That's an awesome detangler. If you don't have that, you can use the Raw Paws because I've done it. It works.
2 weeks ago. Or when
Um,
we were there 3 weeks ago?
yeah, I know time flies, but actually, okay. So that's a detangler, light leave-in conditioner. Days you wash, you're going to use it on your hair wet. It's the first thing you're going to apply to set up your curls for success before you apply any of your other styling products. But then on the days that you don't wash, and in this instance, when you wake up in the morning, like today is day 2 for me. I, you know, put my hair up in my modified pineapple when I was sleeping. I worked out today. I did 3 workouts. I walked Murphy. I rollerbladed. I ran 2 miles. So I had my hair just pulled back in a ponytail and just took that Raw Curls anti-frizz spray when I was done showering. And I like to, when I refresh, just now spray it in my hands mostly, and then I just run that through my hair to re-moisten it and recurl and just kind of calm any flyaways down or any frizzies. And then, I actually had the windows open today. I was driving around. I had my hair pulled, the sides pulled back, and I just let it down before the show. And there you go. So that's a great product. Yes, other brands have similar things. I'm not as familiar with them, but each line I think has something similar where it's a spray, light leave-in, detangler, or refreshener. So that's what I would recommend.
Okay. I had to grab a pen. Sorry. All right. Good. Hopefully that helps. All right. Melanie, this is a question about covering grays.
Okay.
This is a good one. All right. Melanie, is there any option other than permanent hair color? I was thinking a gloss, but someone said it would be better to use permanent on my roots. I really don't want to use permanent hair color since it took me years to get my normal hair. Here's all right. Hair. Yeah, she's got her gray hair at the moment. She must have had a picture. Also, I know I should just embrace it, but that's not where I am at right now. I'm not either. I thought I would love it, but it's not coming in pretty streaks like I had hoped.
Yes, and it's usually a different texture too, so that creates a whole nother situation. And someone had asked me, good suggestion, but I'm not sure how we would go about it. But they wanted a product that would address the different hair types. So mean textures of hair in your head. So like the different texture of gray hair versus the natural hair. It's an interesting concept, but we haven't done it. And it sounds like a really big challenge. I'm not sure how that would work. But anyway, because they are different textures, the gray hairs are a lot of times more wiry and coarse. And, those, like in my hair for sure, are the pieces that look like frizz sticking out from the rest. They're resistant to the hair color. They just can be difficult. But as far as coloring, so if you want coverage for gray hair, then definitely your best bet is going to be a permanent hair color. However, you can get coverage. It's not guaranteed 100%. You can get coverage and blending with deposit only hair colors. So those are going to be gentler. Those are going to not leave that line of demarcation. It will grow out. It will wash out, I should say. So that's what I do on your hair. I do more of a blending, but you can use deposit only or demi-permanent hair colors and make them more permanent, but yet still not as harsh of a line of demarcation. So that would be a good option. You also have, it would be a pain to use like anything else really. Other temporary colors, they just stay in the hair until you wash it. So that would be a lot of work. So a gloss though is, that's not going to have much coverage at all. Similar to a demi, you can use these colors in similar ways, but a gloss typically usually like a deposit only non-ammonia hair color that's used on the ends. It's usually more transparent. Gloss, glaze, there's different names for it. But they're definitely lighter, more conditioning and less coverage. But you can certainly use those and get a blending, and it may be just enough depending on the color of your hair and depending on how resistant your grays are. But at
Okay.
least it will soften it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Good luck with that. It's for some people. For some people it's not.
Otherwise,
You know.
another option that I recommend to people that don't want to go full on hair color is just foiling in some color. So you can do some, low lights. And then you're just leaving
So what?
some.
Your gray looks like highlights. Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Have you
Yeah.
done that before?
Lots of times.
Lots of times.
Yep.
So that's a good compromise, eh?
It is.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's not as high maintenance.
Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully that helps. All right. Melanie, how do you feel about dry shampoo for curly hair? And if you are okay with it, do you have plans to create a raw curls dry shampoo? Thank you.
I am not a dry shampoo lover. It's okay. Dry shampoo dries. It's meant to dry the hair, dry the oils, on the scalp because, people want to get more days out of not washing. So they can be gritty. They can be a little, drying on the hair. I know the Weed Ad one I have, it's a spray. That's kind of nice. But I felt like the last time I used that, I got some buildup. It looked like white paint on my hair.
Was it the Weed Ad one or was it a CIC Beauty one? Do you
That was
remember?
the Weed Ad
Was it a
one.
Weed Ad one?
Yeah. So you got to be careful how much you use, but it's meant to kind of refresh and take away the oils, and it can give, volume in the hair because of all that. It gives some extra texture, but ultimately, it can be drying.
Mm.
So, and feel kind of dirty and gritty. I don't love them personally, but some people definitely with more finer hair, really tend to like those. But no, I don't have any intention of creating one.
Okay. All right.
They're not huge sellers no matter what line. I've had several that I brought in the salon,
Yeah.
other brands, and they sit there.
Great. Less work for me. All right. There's apparently apparently a lot of people saw the picture of you with your hair.
My straight hair?
Yeah, with your straight hair 15
Oh, I
years
didn't get to
ago.
look yet. I posted it today.
Hmm.
Yeah, I posted that
Yeah,
today,
today.
and I just been so busy. I thought I wouldn't be, and of course I've been running around like crazy,
Yeah.
dealing with my mom and this whole
Right.
Spotify thing. We've been spending hours on trying to get her set up.
Pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to laugh because I saw a bunch of people say, "Oh, look at how skinny Ken is," and I'm like, "Hey, cancer is a great weight loss program. The pounds just fall off."
Yeah, you did look
And they did.
really skinny and fit and young. Even that half of you, I cut you out. I didn't
Right.
post the whole picture because I just wanted to show the hair more. It
Right.
cut you in half. It
No,
cut you in half.
you cut me
So
in
like
half.
of you, but it
Right.
really was
It was. Yeah, I lost like 50 pounds in like no time.
60.
60. Yeah, it was a lot. And I had it to lose. I didn't think I did,
We
but
had
I
your.
did.
We have a picture that summer of you holding your fat pants and your big sweatshirt.
You know what? One of these weeks I'll bring them in here for the live stream and I'll let you guys I'll show you. I'll
You
show
have them
you.
still?
Yes, I
You have
saved
your
them.
pants?
And a shirt. I got my 2004 Jeff Gordon NASCAR shirt, and wait till you see it. I always said
But you're
I'm
not
like,
that much smaller now.
but but it was fat, whereas here it's more, up in here, my upper body. Whatever. Anyway, oh no, it's way big. Wait till you see it. I had my Jeff Gordon shirt, so when I went to the races, I know Jeff Gordon saw me in the stands because I look like a banner. I know he saw me. I saw him waving at me. It's like a double or triple X. It's big.
Oh my God.
It's big. It was probably comfy. I'll bring it in.
I'm sure it
I'll bring
was.
that and the pants in. My church pants. Wait till you see.
Church pants.
Wait till you see. Wait till you see. All right. Okay. So anyway, Melanie, I saw the picture with your hair straightened. When was the last time you flat ironed your curls, and how much damage does it cause?
Oh God. That probably was the last time because that was close to when I started specializing in curly hair.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
2005. That would have been because that would have been right about the time you went through the Diva Academy.
Yeah, the next year.
Yeah. Yeah. So 15, 16 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but there was, yeah, that probably was the last time. I didn't, I didn't flat iron. Let me think. I didn't really flat iron my hair. I don't love the flat. No, I never loved the flat iron on my hair because it was too flat, too straight. So that was just like a blowout. My hair was just cut so that my hair easily blows out actually, into, a straight style. It's a lot of work now because of the length of it, but yeah, no, I typically didn't use a flat iron on my hair. I've never been, super in love with them because they do cause a lot of damage. And then, people get really, it's like they get addicted to it because then they think it's frizzy and then they flat iron it and they're burning their hair anyways. So, but that we have another picture of me. No, we had a picture of me and everyone commented about it. I showed in my class actually, when we were at the bottle manufacturer. Remember, and my hair was straight there.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been about the same time.
Yeah. So that was about the same time. Um, so that was it. How there was one other time since then that I even wore my hair straight, and that was because a girl that I worked with was like the master blow dryer. And she loved to blow hair out, and so she wanted to blow my hair out, and I thought, fine. And that was the year. That was after we did the show with Roy and Suzanne, because I remember sending a picture to Roy saying, look at my hair. The hair looked pretty. I mean, the hair looked pretty, but on me it looks ridiculous. I don't like my hair straight. It doesn't look, it just isn't a great.
It's not flattering.
It's not my best. Yeah, it's not as flattering because I have a longer, thin face, and then to have that hair, straight and pulling me down is not. That's why in the picture I wore it more wispy and, well, that was a style too, but
Yeah.
layered and choppy and
Right.
sticking out because I didn't have this wavy and curly textures, so we had to create other texture.
Yeah. All right. Melanie, how many days after washing do you still see your curl pattern? Mine is gone the next day. Is this normal?
No. So I see mine, I can get 3 and 4 day curls. And even like I've shown people, again, this is day 2. I can wear my hair down day 3, even day 4. I put it up in a pineapple at night. Sometimes I braid it. And even when I take it out of the braid on day 4 to wash it, it still has curls and waves to it. So I think the important thing is really taking your time and doing your style correctly from wash day, right? From the beginning, making sure that you are using the proper products, using the proper techniques, and really being diligent about applying, those products on wet hair from root to end, letting it, setting them properly, drying it properly, not breaking. See, part of the problem is, I've talked about this before, I've seen it so many times, and when people have this problem, they're either not, let's say using a firm hold gel, or they're not using a gel, or they're using more something like a mousse or something softer. If you start off with hair that's that soft and not really defined curls, then you're already, I mean, how are you gonna, it's gonna break down a whole lot quicker. It's not gonna hold up as many days. Also, if you diffuse, or I should say, when you break the cast, or soften the cast, or scrunch out the crunch, whatever you want to call it, some people are over aggressive with that and they're breaking it down completely and too much. So if the hair is totally softened and almost, to the point of getting some frizz or, some flyaways, then you've already broken that cast down to a point where it's not going to last as long because it's already softened. There's not much left in the hair unless you refresh with something to put more cast back in. But yeah, when you're starting, I've seen that a lot where people, they really just, go crazy, scrunching out the crunch, breaking the cast, and, then you're not going to get a style that lasts as long.
Yeah. Okay, good. Melanie, super quick question. When deep conditioning, what kind of cap do you use? I have just the cheap plastic disposable ones that come in packs of 100, but saw some reusable ones on Amazon, which led me to wonder if they Maybe something I hadn't thought of before that you use. And on that topic, my hair always drips under the cap and I have to wear a towel to wipe it away. Is that too much water when deep conditioning?
So typically, I just use those same cheap plastic caps,
Yep,
or
laying around the shower.
yep, yep. I use those in the shower too. In the salon, sometimes I use just the plastic bags, like a processing cap. It doesn't have the elastic on it, but it's just a same thing, like plastic bag, to put over the head or over the collar of someone's top. And then I just wrap it, or I just kind of tie it like a turban, you know. Um, but no, that's typical. It can get drippy, especially if you're applying heat and the hair is wet. But I still like to use all that water to, help hydrate and push into the hair. So that's fine. There are little like terry cloth headbands you can put around and then put the bag over that. That's a good idea. We'll catch those drippies. That's probably your easiest. They have those. I'm sure you can order them online. They're made for the spas or estheticians, or I think you can. I even got one with my little robe thing that I bought. It came with a little terry cloth headband. You can probably get them in the stores, and just something that will catch the drips. But yeah, no, but that's exactly what I use.
Okay. Melanie, I think I need help. It's been a while since I was able to fully take care of my hair, pre-poo with oils, deep condition, hair down, haircut, etc. My hair has been in a bun basically since COVID happened, since there's no reason to have my hair down and I've been working in a hospital. I haven't been washing it much either. When I do wash it, it is matted to the extreme to the point where I feel like I formed one giant knot, and it takes me about 30 minutes just to detangle, if I can fully detangle it. Can you help in showing me what I can do to get out of that bad pattern of matted hair? I'm still using all Curly Girl products. I just haven't been putting in the effort. Well,
There's your answer.
I know nobody wants to hear it, and I get it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is really important to detangle and take that time to do it properly. And because if you don't, that's exactly what happens. It just continues to tangle and tangle more and mat more. And that's not a good result. So, and it ends up taking more and more time. The more you leave it, it's harder to detangle, and then you're pulling and snapping the hair. So it's this vicious cycle, because when you're pulling and snapping the hair and you're losing your patience, then you're, breaking the hair down, which causes it to tangle more easily. So it just is easier to stay on top of it, even if you wash and detangle properly, the days you do wash, and I would say, you know, don't stop washing and conditioning your hair, even if you're putting it up in a bun. This is a good answer. So the deep conditioning mask will definitely help. It's going to soften the hair. It's going to help keep it, nice and conditioned.
Slip for days, from what I've heard.
Yeah. And you could even leave it in the hair when you bun it up, why not? Yeah, you definitely can. So that will help.
Okay, good. All right, let's do. All right. Okay, we got two more questions here. Melanie, I finally ordered me some Raw Curls products and can't wait for it to get here.
Ooh.
I got the Hard Water Wellness shampoo for clarifying, but do I need to deep condition after that step, or can I just go right into the shampoo conditioner? I've always deep conditioned after clarifying no matter what. But I've been using Suave clarifying shampoo, which I know is probably pretty harsh in comparison. I saw a video of you, Melanie, discussing this the other day and commented on it, but now I can't find it. It happens to me all the time. So I'll make this clear. In all the curly hair groups and stuff and whatever, if people tag me and whatnot, because of the Facebook algorithms and the way it buries stuff, we've talked about this. If you don't hear back from me or I don't address it, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I either A, can't find it, or B, it doesn't show up. So this is the bane of my existence. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. People are like, I tagged you 3 days ago. I'm like, never saw it. It's just
Yeah.
it's there. Talk to Mark. Anyway, got any suggestions for this young lady?
So I was just telling my client Dahlia a similar thing. So when it depends on the hair, but many times in the salon I will clarify and then cleanse and condition, and that's fine. But if you're going to be on a regular, routine, we do recommend that you do a deep conditioning treatment after a clarifier.
I tell people all the time, regardless, because my theory is always I'd much rather err on the side of, doing things better than,
Yeah.
I always err on that
Yeah.
because then you eliminate the possibility of, any, because then there's less variables.
So
Did you
here's the
clarify? Yes. Did you decondition? Yes.
Yeah, because a clarifier is removing everything. It's stripping everything. That's its job. That's what it's supposed to do. So then you want to, replenish after that. And this is what I was telling Delia. So I'm going to say the same thing to you. When you clarify, you need to deep condition, but you don't need to clarify every time you deep condition. Does that make sense?
Yes. That's an excellent answer. That's the
So,
perfect answer.
right. So you can deep condition as much as you want. Like you could use the deep conditioner, once a week, every day, every other day, once a month, you know, and that's fine. You don't need to, you can use the deep conditioner however often you want on its own. But if you're going to clarify, then you do want to use the deep conditioner because she was asking about that. So I'll say, does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yes.
So clarify, deep condition.
Okay.
But deep condition can be used in between on its own.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Hi, Melanie. I'm looking for advice. I'm seriously considering letting my colored hair go to my natural color of silver gray. I'm doing a lot of research and see that it's recommended to use a blue shampoo weekly to counteract yellowing and add shine. I started using water soluble products a few months ago, and finally my hair is showing its benefits. See, and that is the case. I tell people all the time: patience and persistence. It can
Trust
take
the process, I
trust.
say.
Yep, I say the same thing. Trust the process. Okay. Finally, my showing
Well,
benefits.
here's the thing to think about too. How many years, it's kind of the same thing like when you got sick. How many years did it take
To me,
to
to get fat and sick.
yeah, for you to get fat and sick? How many years are you putting bad things in before
Yep.
your body breaks down and gets sick?
Yep.
So it doesn't just get better overnight. So how many years and how much time have you been damaging your hair, straightening it, doing whatever? It doesn't just bounce back overnight. It's going to take some time. So you've got to give it a chance. You
Yeah.
can't just expect things to change in one use or
Yeah.
overnight.
One of these days, we'll do a show and we'll talk about how all this started out, and we'll talk about my journey and our journey. Yeah, because that brings back a lot of memories of like running out of time. But do you trust the process or don't you? Dang, that wasn't any fun. But it's a really good comparison. It's a really good comparison.
I thought so.
Yeah, that is a really good comparison. Let's see. Melanie, do you have any curly girls that have silver gray hair?
Yes.
And is there a recommended water soluble blue shampoo that you can recommend?
Yes. I have two favorites. I love the O&M and I love the Oway. Those are two that we use in the salon. They're excellent.
Where can you get them online?
No, as far as I know, they have to be bought through a
Salon?
professional. Yeah, through
Yeah.
a salon.
Yeah, do a little Google search. You'll find it.
But those are two that works really well, and they're clean and they're organic.
Salon Professional.
Salon Professional. Another interesting product. Not organic, but very has high toning capabilities is the viral shampoos. And they actually have a silver shampoo that is excellent.
Not curly girl friendly?
Mm.
Have you looked at the ingredients even? Do you know?
Mm, I haven't studied them. It probably, I'm guessing it has sulfates in it because it is quite lathery. I haven't honestly studied the ingredients in them
Yeah.
because I use it more as a color corrector. And again, sometimes you have to make a choice. What are you gonna compromise on?
Mm-hmm.
And one of my well, this is a perfect example. So one of my clients, she's got more wavy hair, all natural gray, white, and it's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. But when she started coming to me, the top of her hair was always yellow, and I couldn't stand it. And I said to her, I don't need to really color your hair, but I need to tone it to get rid of that yellow. I just can't let you walk around with that yellow in your hair. And this was before they had this product. So she literally, when she would come for her appointment, I would use a toner on her hair and get rid of that yellow. I would kind of color her hair to make it more white, and just remove that yellow. So I did that for years. Then Viral came out and they have this silver shampoo. And I said, hey, why don't we give this a try in your hair? I did. And she bought it and she doesn't need me to color her hair anymore. So good for her, but I'm happy because it really takes that yellow out. It has blue pigment in it, but it is beautiful for silver white hair. So is it curly girl friendly? Honestly, I don't know. I'm guessing it's not, but it works really well. If you're looking for something you can buy, let's call it over the counter,
Yeah.
um, you know, it's a great product. Do not overuse though, because these are like pure pigment. These are products that actually deposit pigment in the hair. And so I had another client who called me and said her hair was blue, and I said, how often are you using this shampoo? And she was being excessive, of course. And so we laughed. I said, she was using it like every shampoo. I'm like, no, that's excessive. And that's typical of her. So anyway, use as needed. You only use as needed.
Okay. Same woman has a follow up question. Also wondering if going gray changes your curl pattern.
Yes.
Yes.
Many times it can.
Good or bad?
Whoa.
More or less?
Just different.
Just
Just different.
different. Okay.
Sometimes it's going to be more relaxed. Sometimes it's going to be more of a tighter, like I say, more of a zigzaggy kind of
Mm-hmm.
curl. Um, but that brings me, I forgot when I was talking about Linda earlier. We've always talked about that video that I do with my client Patty on her gray, where I broke the rules, and she's got beautiful gray, silver. Mm, it's more of a type, I would say, 2B hair. Um, it's a soft wave to a slight curl. Um, and it's very fine. She has very fine hair, so she likes it fluffed out. And that's the one where I took, after it's dry, the wet brush, and I ran it through and fluffed it out, and she just shakes her head and it's fabulous. That doesn't work for everybody. So it only works for certain types of hair and certain curl patterns, which I know. But hey, even for me, it's fun sometimes to just say, well, let's give it a try, because that happened with Linda last week. And she is one of those that has very fine hair. When it clumps together, sometimes it looks too, you see more scalp than they care for. So she wanted it more softer and more, fluffed out. So I thought, well, let me try this trick. But I did warn her. And thank God I tried it in the back first because I just had this feeling that it wasn't really going to give me the results that I wanted on her hair. And I was right. Yeah, that turned into a hot mess. So I had to, but it's okay. I saved it and just refreshed with the Raw Curls Anti-Frizz spray
Mm-hmm.
to remoisten, and then spritz it with some spray gel, and we were good to go. But yeah, that doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hopefully that helps. Good. Again, keep in mind, remember, our free gift to you, Rock Girls Academy, January 25th, Monday. What time are we telling people?
Let's just say be available from 1 to 5.
Be available from 1 to 5. Get a free curly haircut and style by a salon professional, along with a free beverage of our choice. Probably water, maybe soda.
Nobody
maybe
ever
water.
drinks the soda.
Nobody ever drinks
I
it.
buy
I know
it
it's
every
like
year.
every year, and nobody drinks it.
I mean, every class.
So right, every class. So you'll get a free beverage of water and a Rock Curl starter kit free. All you got to do is send Melanie an email and ask Melanie@rawhairorganics.com. The sooner the better, because she's down to 5 spots, maybe less. 5 spots right now. So check that out in beautiful Naples, Florida. And I think, do we have any other announcements? I think that's pretty much it for tonight. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week, Monday night, same time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time for show number 205. And we'll take more of your curly hair questions
I just thought
live.
of something.
What?
Be hair or be square?
Be hair or be square. Ha, get it. You know what? I didn't ask you before we wrap it up. I didn't ask you if you had a fun fact for today. Do you have a fun fact?
I was thinking about that on the way here because I I discovered a new favorite M&M. Everybody knows about M&M's, but yeah, but now I'm disappointed. So, I was going to say, what do you think I prefer? What do you prefer, milk chocolate or dark chocolate? Dark or white?
Dark. But I would, for a long time, I really liked white, but now it's too sweet for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I didn't even really love chocolate. I always ate white chocolate. Always.
Yep.
And now it's like it almost is nauseating. It's so sweet.
Funny thing. My very good friend Greg called me up on Saturday, and he said, "Hey," he said, "send me some of the Organics Super Green Juice." He said, "I'm out," and he said, "I've been out for about a month," and he said, "I totally can tell." Right? And I said, "What flavor do you want?" I said, "Do you want?" And knowing Greg, and I've known Greg for 30 years, so I know Greg, and I said, "What flavor do you want? The pineapple mango?" And he said, "No." He said, "Send me a couple of the original." What the heck is it? I can't think.
Lemon.
The original flavor, and that has more of a greensy flavor to it. It's yummy.
Tastes
to me.
Tastes like weeds.
Well, but what's
When
interesting
people
about,
ask me, what does it taste like? I'm like, go outside and chew on the grass.
yeah, and the pineapple mango is really sweet, and it's almost. Rhett used to say it all the time. I think he still uses it. And he said, to me, it reminds me of a flavored tea, and so I just assumed Greg would. He's like, no. He's like, that's too sweet for me. I said,
wow.
I said, Melanie's the same way. She's like super sweet tooth like you. And when it comes to this, she prefers the original flavor. That's not, it doesn't have much sweetener at all in it, or a sweet flavor, I should say. And I said, he said, you know what I do? He said, I actually kind of mix them together, but I put more of the original in, and I prefer it that way. And I'm like, you're kidding me. I'm like, why didn't you tell me that a year ago? I was like, I don't know. I never thought of it. So
interesting.
So Greg, my good friend Greg, so not only did he take some for himself, but he ordered 8 of them to give to some of his friends who he knows want to start off the New Year's right and get a little healthy and get rid of that bloat and get a little more healthy and maybe lose a few pounds in the process. So. We've watched it with a couple of our friends. For those of you who follow the Raw Organic channel, you saw Brad J.J. Miller. You saw him go down a driver suit size. Yeah, so it works, And Greg, even though he's my friend, if he didn't like it and it didn't work, he wouldn't. And he buys it. He's never asked me for it for free, which is nice. Wow. It's nice when your friends don't ask you for free stuff all the time. Yeah. He's never asked.
That is nice.
I know.
Well,
so he bought 8 of them.
Good.
I know. I wonder who he's going to give them to.
How do you know he's going to give them away?
He said he was going to.
He's just hoarding.
He might. He said, It wouldn't be the first thing he hoards. But anyway, yeah, he said he's going to give it to some friends. So anyway, yeah, if you want to start the new year out right, I should probably do that. Organic super green juice
How
powder.
about your friend Dave?
Yeah, this is this stuff. I don't know if he's using it or Cheryl's using it. One of them is.
Really?
Yes.
I was kind of
one of 'em.
joking.
No, one of them is.
Oh.
But anyway,
Dave wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
yeah. Well, he's like you. Doesn't taste like M&Ms or Doritos. He don't want it. But
That
I think he is.
That's not
I
true.
think. But
I
this
am
is,
not like that.
Yeah, but the pineapple mango flavor. If you're sensitive to, if you're like a picky eater, that fills the gap.
Yeah. A lot of people that aren't used to the healthy, I
Yeah.
mean, we've been doing healthy eating and, all that for a long time.
I think that's why you like the original flavor, because you're used to eating
Yeah,
that
I'm
way.
used to it. I've come a long way from not eating my green beans.
She wouldn't eat anything. She lived on Taco Bell, popcorn. That's pretty much it,
McDonald's.
right?
No,
McDonald's.
all the fast foods.
Yeah.
Pop-Tarts, Doritos.
Yeah. When we first got married, to come home and be like, where are we going to eat? Which I didn't mind. I did not mind that at all.
Golden chicken.
But boy, golden chicken. But boy, did I pay for it. Oh, did I pay for it.
You'll see by his fat pants.
You'll see by my fat pants. If you look at my wedding pictures and then look at my 5-year later pictures, yeah, we are eating well.
Hard to keep up.
We were eating well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So anyway, that's my fun fact. But I can't get my new M&M. Those ones I
What?
bought yesterday. They weren't it.
That's not it. What do you want?
I opened the pack on the way here and I was so mad. I put a few in my mouth and I was like, what in the world is this? I thought they were the chocolate mint crispy. That's my new favorite. And they don't have them.
Chocolate mint Krispies. I know how to get them. I know how to get
These
them.
were just milk chocolate crispy. Didn't love them. Didn't love them.
Chocolate what crispy?
They were the mint chocolate.
Chocolate mint crispy.
Yeah.
I'll get them. You know how I'll get them?
Oh, no. That might just be a Christmas thing. It might be a holiday thing. So
Well,
now.
if they're available, I know exactly how I'm going to get them.
Okay.
I'm going to go to Kyle Busch's Instagram account because he'll respond.
What does that have to do with
It's
it?
his NASCAR sponsor, is M&M's.
Oh.
He'll get them.
They have a white chocolate peanut. Ooh,
He drove the caramel car for a while. They wrapped his car in the caramel.
Yeah, caramel was my addiction before, but I don't know. I got away from that. And now I'm trying not to do nuts. So I love the dark chocolate peanut. That is like my favorite. But I'm trying not to do nuts right now.
So you're getting just the... What are you thinking? You're allergic?
I think I might have been having a problem.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you ate a lot of peanuts. You ate a lot of peanuts. I never thought of that. Who thought of that?
Me.
Oh. Huh.
And then
Okay, so the regular, not the peanut, chocolate mint crispy. I'll send him a message. If they're available, I know he'll respond.
Okay, good. All right.
He'll get 'em.
So have a great curly week, and we will see you next Monday.
Wonderful. We'll see you next Monday. Take care.